This podcast will fail. Mostly because nobody's going to listen to it. Now, you might prove me wrong, but who knows? So, rather unexpectedly, I find myself picking up a part 2 of the conversation that I had yesterday regarding the final straw that broke this old camel's back when it comes to content creation. I won't go back through and rehash all of that because I think there's still quite a bit more that I want to say, and I don't want to spend too much of this time looking at what you could just go back and listen to in the prior episode. So this is episode 15, I believe. Go and listen to 14 and you'll understand more about what I'm about to tell you. All right, so I came up with this grand plan to create a website, of course with a YouTube channel to go with it, that would act as a social network, a digital playground for YouTube creators to come and meet and collaborate on cool video projects. That was the premise. I had done quite a bit of homework researching something similar that a B-list celebrity was doing. Some of you may know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. I decided that I could do it better. And I spent a lot of time planning, and I spent a lot of time building. I spent 2 months coding a website with all of the features that would be needed to get people talking and messaging and working together and creating content. Okay. I went through and spoke to some trusted voices to try and get a sense of whether I was even on the right track, what seemed like it would work, what wouldn't. I got some really mixed results from those individuals. In at least one case, a little bit of a disappointing result in the feedback, but I understand it. I overestimated, right? I shot for the moon on this one, and I found myself getting, understandably, I guess the universe just sort of clapping back at me and my hubris. So I put all that effort in, was ready to go, supremely convinced that I would succeed here. I would build a social network. I would be the grand what's the guy called in the middle of the circus? In the middle of the three rings? The circus master, is that the right word? That was going to be me. I was going to be this great Pied Piper that was going to lead small YouTube channels to a cool little playground, and I would be able to generate views and clicks and ultimately add revenue and build a business. That's what it was all about. Even so, to the point that I copied and reworked a profit sharing. How's that for hubris? I was so convinced in the validity of this thing that I even wrote a complete soup to nuts, top to bottom profit sharing program for any content that I made money off of. I would, in writing, legally binding, split any profits with those creators who had a hand in making it. That's how supremely confident I was that this thing was going to work and go nuts. I was absolutely convinced that there would be thousands upon thousands of small YouTubers clamoring to get a piece of this action. Okay. So next step was then building a YouTube channel behind it, because why not? As I've talked about, YouTube is known to me. It's a familiar place. I know how it works, and it's free. So why not? Why not put a combination of like instructional videos and how-tos and really flesh the thing out on camera and be able to embed those videos into the website itself, into the specific projects that are hopefully going to take place on this site, as well as trying to drive everything to a YouTube channel to, hey, get subscribers, get the thing monetized. And so I spent another several weeks getting that thing filmed, man. Must have filmed 10 plus videos, really put a lot of thought and time into planning them out, what, how they were going to work. They were all almost completely scripted, very, very specific information for each one. And, when I launched, I was certain that there would be like this cycle of activity. I was like, I'm going to promote the website, sure, but I'm going to also promote these YouTube videos individually. I released 4 of them up front. So here we are on launch day, and I think this was in February, right? Yeah. February 2020. We're ready for launch here. Make it live. It's already live. All I'm really doing is publicly linking to it for the first time to anybody, making it possible for anybody other than my wife and the 4 people that I approached to know where it is, right? I didn't launch anything. I just told people about it. It's just so deflating, man. And I hit the social media stuff hard. I was trying very heavily to rely on Facebook video through Facebook page and group, and I was cutting little 30-second and 1-minute promos and talk-ups and just trying to build hype and get stuff seen by people. It's coming. And crickets. The project launched to crickets. Like, even my older YouTube videos, I could confidently know that even if I didn't do a damn thing, even if I just published it and walked away and never promoted, never shared a link, I could be absolutely confident that 50, 60 people in the subscriber list of nearly 2,500 would see it and would watch it, and that's fine. This was nothing. 5, 8 people. Nobody cared. There were no questions from anybody. There was no reaction from anybody. There was some polite thumbs up on some of the Facebook videos. I cannot remember a time when I have put so much into a project and built myself up so far to have it absolutely crash and burn upon arrival. Like the most botched landing in digital content history. And I'm nobody. Look, I'm small beans of gizzard crap, right? Nobody knows who I am, despite all my efforts. Nobody had any particular reason to look at what I was proposing and see something of value. I had nothing to back it up. Right? All talk, all hype. A lot of what I thought was successful planning and researching and understanding the audience for this thing, and I was absolutely wrong. Just wrong. I think over the course of the first several weeks, I managed to get, 3, 4 people to sign up on the website, right? I had at that point invested not a ridiculous amount of money, but I had, gone ahead and paid for a URL. That's $12 a year. Okay, it's not too bad. It's the cost of a McDonald's meal, whatever. I was paying for website hosting at $7 a month. But, there's money going out now, and there's the money that I spent on the logo design, which wasn't terrible. $50. The guy really took care of me. Right? He could have charged me a hell of a lot more than $50. That's for sure. It was fair. It was equitable, and it was generous of him to do that. Basically, told me to name my price, and I thought that was above and beyond. I chalked it up initially to, hey, it's okay. This is new. This is different. It's going to take time. Rome isn't built in a day. It's going to be okay. That's all right. Okay. Whew. We landed, dusted off. Right, here we go. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna put in the work. We're going to follow up. We're going to make it happen, Captain. So I set about trying to start things, and I posed the first big project to this non-existent community that I had not built, to try and get people interested and make it simple. All you got to do is just film yourself doing one little thing. It should take you 10 seconds. It'll be the easiest damn thing in the world. Everybody's got a cell phone in their pocket. Just take it out, just record real quick, and shoot that file to me, because I'm going to make a great big moving picture thing of people doing this thing, right? And it's going to go viral, baby. No, it's not. And it didn't. And it took the better part of another month. I kid you not. A month just to get, I don't even know, 8 people. 8 people. When I envisioned this thing, this initial project, I had a number of 100 people in my head. I was convinced that the problem I was going to face was having too many people. Can you imagine? I was certain that I would have to turn people away because they're going to come banging on the door wanting to get in. I'm going to have to disappoint some folks. Sorry, you'll get in on the next one. Right. Yeah. Nothing. Not a damn thing. 8 people. So then I decided to try and kind of maybe cut some previews together and cobble a few together and say, all right, maybe everybody's just got a little performance anxiety here. Let me make a quick little thing to show you what it is I'm talking about. And, oh, okay, yeah, sure, yeah, okay. Nothing. I had a friend. I have a friend in content creation. She was the singular voice rooting me on, saying to me, dude, this is awesome, this is going to be great, keep going, don't worry about it, don't get frustrated. Like this individual was, and then even trying to promote it for me and pushing it on her Twitter, and one of her content friends signed up. Okay, well, that's 9. Now we got 9. All right, cool. Another month goes by. Nothing's happening. So I ditched that. I go, okay, we'll come back. We'll come back. That one's going to be in development for a bit. That's good. It's all right. Let's try something different, and let's do a new thing. I just want you to take out your camera and on your phone. I want here's the project. I want you to take a picture of something, right? Okay. If everybody's problem was that they were just gun shy, then taking out your phone and taking a picture of something and sending it to me should have been the easiest damn thing in the world. People take out their phones and take pictures of dumb shit every day and post it for no reason. Here you have a person that's actually asking you to contribute content. And 4 people. 4. By this time we're into April. Right? We're moving towards the summer. We're moving through April. Nothing's happening. Nobody's interested. I'm getting nowhere in a fat hurry. And I'm losing hope rapidly. We're going on now something that I conceived of in late 2019 that I worked tirelessly on in January and February that floated like a lead balloon in February and March and now into April, into May, creeping on June, and I am just lost, and I am just disgusted with myself, and I'm disgusted with people, and I don't want anything to do with anything. And it was just crushing. It was absolutely crushing. I don't even know what date it was when I just finally pulled it and said, that's enough, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. It's like, screw it. Nobody cares. No, I don't, look, God, Christ, it's a pity party now. It's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to walk myself through this and understand. And I don't see how I misinterpreted it. But I don't know what I could have possibly done differently. I think that's going to be something that hangs over me. I don't know what I could have done differently, honestly. So I guess this would have been July, I guess. I don't know. I can't even keep track of dates anymore. I don't even know. But I shut it down. Just one day randomly, all of a sudden on a Sunday afternoon, I turned to my wife and said, okay, I'm done. I'm done. And I posted a couple of messages out on the pointless social medias. I need to talk about social media. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Put some things out there saying, all right, you know what, folks, maybe this just isn't the time. And everybody's got a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the world. You know, we're just going to put this all on hiatus for now. Thanks for those that played along. All 10 of you. Or 12, maybe. I'm being generous. So I took the website down, right? Got a backup copy file of the website, put it in a folder, shut that shit down, unpublish the website, turn off the web hosting, put all the social medias on whatever you put them on. Not that anybody cares, because nobody actually really follows on social media anyways. And that was it. That was almost like a final straw. For me to say, enough is enough. I can't keep pouring my life, everything, into these projects that I think are going to change my life. These half concocted schemes. I don't know. I'm not saying it the right way. But that was it. That was the final straw that made me realize I need to stop. I need to figure things out. Actually, now that I think about it, there was another thing I did, and I guess I'll talk about that tomorrow. That's what I'll talk about tomorrow is the one dying gasp, the almost pointless and what went wrong with that. But so that is the story. That is the culmination of 15 years of getting it wrong and screwing up, and finding that I don't actually know what I'm doing, and realizing that everything I touch just turns to turds. Maybe good in the beginning, but it doesn't last, and I move on to the next thing, which is why I'm doing this, because I'm trying to move on. But boy, there's your year 0 to year 15 of my journey there. So I do have some other things I want to talk about. I'll pick up the thread tomorrow, I think, with social media and some of that. Maybe talk about the last dying gasp and how that one failed as well, which doesn't really count. It was like ridiculous anyways. But I know I've got some other things I want to talk about as we wrap up this first season. But that's it. I'll stop here, and I will thank you for your time, even though nobody's actually here to listen to it. But anybody who even started playing this thing, you have my gratitude and my appreciation, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one.